Welcome back. We're talking with head coach of UD Mercy's women's lacrosse team, Dwayne Hicks. And Dwayne, you're almost on Go Week. The men are at Virginia this next week, Virginia Military Institute. You've got a scrimmage coming up against Lawrence Tech. And obviously the coming home on the 12th at Detroit Country Day at 11 in the morning. I think that's Super Bowl Sunday. Playing the folks from Canisius. If you're not familiar with Canisius in Western New York. So
Absolutely.
I'll start with the easiest question. It's Go Week. Where are you guys at?
We are working on putting it all together. So right now the biggest thing for us is just getting up to speed to the point where I know that they can play at the speed that they're capable of. And we're just trying to keep it simple. Keep it simple, make the things work that we're good at, and then obviously, as we get to Canisius and then to Xavier's, start putting more and more things in. But this is week one. We want to make sure we have our basics in.
You know, you talk about going faster and making them play up to speed. Do you also explain to them, and this is more of a coaching deal, just curious, when you talk about playing faster, do you also talk to them about the understanding that there's going to be some more mistakes in the beginning because they are trying to go play faster? Do you have that discussion?
Oh, that's part of the process is, hey, if we can play fast, then we can always slow down. But if the other team is playing fast, they'll run right past you. So play fast, make mistakes, and then get better as the season goes on. But you got to be able to play fast. And I, as a coach, I know that they're going to make mistakes. That's one of those things where you just have to think about, hey, where are we going to be in 3 months down the road? And in 3 months, we want to be playing even faster with fewer mistakes, fewer turnovers, but making the game look pretty. That's what I call it.
So you open with a scrimmage at Lawrence Tech, which is an NAI, very highly ranked NAI team, but you're a Division I program.
Yes.
What do you tell your kids when you is part of going against Lawrence Tech because it's local and it's easy, you don't have to spend money, or are you learning something? I mean, there's a disparity of talent, I would think, at that level.
Yeah, I mean, it's not I don't want it to necessarily be a competitive thing. We're not. This is preseason, so it's not about, for us, it's not about competition. It's about execution. I want them to execute and be able to do it confidently, whether they're playing Lawrence Tech, whether they're playing Notre Dame, whether they're playing. It's all about the execution. It's not about competition.
Okay. So Canisius, talk a little bit about, is that a league opponent?
No, Canisius is not in the league, not in the MAC, but Canisius is they're going to be competitive. I mean, they've got a lot of New York players upstate, and they're going to be good. I have no doubt. So we recruit pretty much at the same level as a Canisius. So I'm expecting them to really come and really test us. Xavier, their first year program, but with the transfer portal, you never know who you're going to get, who you're going to see, and they're going to be very competitive as well.
How do you pick a game on Super Bowl Sunday? I know you're playing at 11 a.m. at Detroit Country Day, but that's a tough draw.
That's the way it fit, and we're playing early in the morning so that they can hopefully be back home for the kickoff.
Okay. Talk a little bit about the Titans and what you expect out of your team headed into the Lawrence Tech scrimmage.
Well, for the first thing I would say is, this week we named the team. So I'd say the first 10 days was tryouts for us. So we named the team this week, and, obviously with a team of 31 girls, you have some who were disappointed and some who were very excited. But I think the thing that we did was everybody got a fair shot. And now it's just a matter of it's very true in Division I. It's very hard to gain your spot. It's going to be just as hard to keep it.
Okay.
So the competition is on. The girls who aren't necessarily starters are going to be competing for starting spots the entire season. So uh, I think we're a very healthy team right now, and I love the competitiveness of the girls. And the girls who are not going to be starting might be starting next week. You never know.
Lots of incoming freshmen. How many are the new faces on the starting lineup?
We have 6 freshmen. We're anticipating that 4 of them will be starters.
That's significant. Yes.
Yes.
So
That's
it's an upgrade.
the recruiting process.
Right. Well, I'm saying that's an upgrade in talent. Then, not to suggest that the other players don't have talent, but you're recruiting more talented athletes. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay.
That's we're that's part of the process of upgrading the team, is bringing in new girls and transfers who are just going to come in and be or have an immediate impact on the team.
What would we look for from a Titan team if we came out to Country Day on the 12th against Canisius? Are you offensive driven, defensive driven?
We're going to be offensive driven. You're gonna see a very transition oriented team, getting up and down the field. I think we're going to be an exciting team, exciting team to watch. Lot of scoring. We won't need a shot clock.
All right.
We won't need a shot clock.
What is the shot clock in girls? 45 seconds?
45, no, 90.
90 seconds. My mistake.
Yep. 90 seconds on the initial, and then if you get a shot, it resets at 60.
I must be thinking of European basketball. So
Yeah.
Apologize.
45
Good.
or pro lacrosse.
Okay. Well, good.
Yep.
We will check back in after your trip to Xavier. Talk briefly about Xavier. You're going down to Cincinnati to play your second game.
Yep. Xavier, brand new program this year. This is their first year playing. Expect them to have a lot of transfers, a lot of freshmen. They're going to be a good team. I'd put them in the same boat as Clemson, in that a lot of girls want to play it at Xavier or to Clemson, and she's done a great job at recruiting. So expect them to be very competitive year one.
Okay. Well, we wish you the best of luck. We'll check back in after the Xavier game and talk about specifics, and hopefully you get a chance to talk to some of your players.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, Greg.
For your time.